Welcome back to KinLance. In fact, KinLance Radio today, just talking about the 2020 primary cycle. Some of my thoughts and opinions on what really was going on. And stay tuned, this one's going to be good. So before I get into the inner details of the show, just want to say thanks to many people who've inspired everything that's happening. It's been incredible. A lot of emails, a lot of love, people on Snapchat. Wow. Getting to the primary Democratic race, if you will. I think that this cycle was strange, definitely. It was incomplete is what I saw. The end result is 2 senior citizens, and the sharper one drops out so the duller one can lead. Wow. These kinds of things happen, right? Real life can't be stranger than fiction. Politics is a tricky thing, and you got the media playing their part, influencing who might be the winner and who might be the loser, etc., etc. The primary season was terrible. Sure, there were a few candidates that probably had decent ideas, but middle class Joe stayed the front runner somehow, and now we're in April, and it looks like middle class Joe is going to challenge Trump. Whoa, that is going to be interesting. Sitting on the set today, can't think of one thing middle class Joe was proposing to help or influence me or anybody that I know, except middle class Joe is of course tied to the term that he was the vice president of, and that wasn't exactly my favorite display of leadership, to be frank. There's nothing, everybody tries their hardest, but based off of the gentleman, the elder, being a VP some time ago, about 4 years ago, that alone isn't enough, I don't think, to propel somebody to the front of the discussion. And looking at it from this element, it appears as if other qualified individuals didn't get the recognition. I'm talking about people that weren't even on the stage. So when I see Sleepy Joe doing what he's doing, it's kind of sad, because I just know that this 77-year-old man, he can't be the only one who has the vision to move forward, because if not him, then who? Would it be Bernie? Bernie spent half of the primaries telling us how good of a friend Joe Biden was to him, and how we should vote for Biden, and how Biden could beat Trump. So he didn't run a good campaign. Bernie didn't. Bernie didn't. Biden didn't. Nor neither ran a good campaign, in my opinion. If I had to guess today, I would guess that Donald Trump is going to be reelected. because I do not believe middle class Joe can show to the majority of Americans the stamina and the attention to detail to defeat the incumbent. So none are perfect. None of the leaders are perfect, but definitely my mind doesn't sit well with the thought around the Biden people that he has the best of strategies, because I've not heard them yet. And I will say that I've paid closer attention to this issue compared to the average person. A lot of the YouTube videos I watch are political. Of course, I want to know what's going on. I want to have an idea of what's happening. And yet, lots of Biden, but not anything new, not really much construction. He's not trying to lay any new foundations. It really is just someone who's trying to take things back to normal, what he calls normal, him being on top, in control, at the center of power. And he said that he would veto Medicare for all. Now, if the Democratic, if so, Biden happened to win and be president number 46, a Democrat from Delaware, why would he veto Medicare for all? Was he not, aware of what he was saying? Was he trying to lose voters? Was he not interested in getting every? Why would he say something like that unless he has a better option? Which, going back to the ACA, in any metric, every metric, it's not better. Still, overall, I consider Middle Class Joe to be a puzzle, not solved by me, but as far as view as just a voter, I'm not convinced. I was not convinced in 2016. I'm not convinced in 2020. I really feel like the political system in the United States is almost worn out. You had to bring more energy than what Joe was trying to bring, in my view. I can't speak for everybody. I can only say how I interpret things. And as I've said in other videos, not every single view that I express in these videos might be a view that I hold personally, but to some degree I relate. They could have ran a man in his 50s. They could have ran a man in his 60s. They had to go with a man who's pushing 80. And they must not think that people are paying attention, or that's not something people are worried about or people pay attention to. But you can see all the videos on YouTube of the man struggling. I mean, he's had some really rough clips, where he's trying to just get the thought out, finish the sentence. It's not easy. Crazy things in store for 2020. Census postponed. Election year. What else gonna happen? We just gotta write it out month by month. But as of today, I would predict that Trump wins re-election due to the fact that Biden struggles during the debates. And Bernie's campaign, well, I was really never a fan of his campaign. I like all the leaders individual, because I know you have to have heart to stand up to lead. So I respect all the leaders individually, of course. Bernie and Hillary and Biden, etc., Obama, Trump, all of them, I respect the fact that they like to lead, or they believe leadership is something that they can excel in. But the Bernie effort, telling us about how friendly he was with Biden, not very inspiring. So, definitely thanks to my people who've been following up with us, staying tuned with us. We're checking in and we're checking out. KinLance and Vent.